Good afternoon, all. This is Tom here. It's Saturday, 1 week before Christmas. Hope everybody has a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if I don't get a chance to see you or talk to you. And I'm here working on my layout. And the last video I'm going to put up, I wasn't going to put it up because it got cut off. And my camera shut off when I rotated my screen around. I don't know why. And but I'm going to continue with where I left off on this one, and then I can show you that, and then I have a Helix update to go over with you too. So we left off showing putting in the poles on this side of the layout. I showed you how I installed those, and then I was going to come over here and show you, and then that's when the video stopped. So we're over here now, and you can see the power lines. I'm going to get right down on them so you can see them, and they're all connected now, and they go down Route 287. And then they go around a corner and they get on Route 80, which is Route 80 over there. And as you can see, all the poles are up. And then there's the two last ones I said in the video that I didn't put in yet. They're there. So going down 287 and getting on Route 80, all the power lines are up. And then we come over here and we go underneath the bridge, and then it comes up and it goes over and it gets on 78. That's this road here, and it cuts across and it goes back into the town area where those buildings are. And I gotta put them more things in there to get power to those buildings. And then I got, last 2 days I've been working on getting the power lines to the substation, which is there. I've had that for a long time now, the substation. And so I ran a pole here, and then the wires go to the substation, then they come and they tie into this pole here for power for the rest of the layout. And then up there on the top going across to Murrayfield, there's a pole there, and then they're going to go I'm going to have another pole there, I think, and then going to have poles going up the Mountain Way Road and make it up to the top to service the homes and that TV station up there. So I got those poles are coming. I ran out of poles. I didn't know how many I was going to need when I first ordered them, but I always need to get other stuff, so I got them on order. And then the other thing I have is the kit I have is to connect the power lines to the buildings, and you put a transformer on the telephone pole, and then it runs down to a secondary pole, and then that connects to the buildings, and they give you a meter box to put on the building and everything like that. So those things I got to add on, and I'll need a few more of those kits because I'll do it to all the buildings once I get all the poles up and everything. That's the next phase of this. So that's that. And it was pretty interesting getting those wires. They're so small and they're so black it's hard to see, and trying to glue them in, it's getting the crazy glue to stick it to it, and it sticks to your finger instead of to the thread. So that's just all the fun part about doing this stuff. So like right now there's the drill bit, and I have 4 Q-tip poles in place for when I get those. I'm going to start working on Upper Grimsby there, getting the power up to there. And the UPS building already has a big transformer on the back side of that, so I'll run the wires down to that and get that all straightened out. So today I got up 8 o'clock in the morning and drove into New York City to Train World and picked up some 22 code 83 radius curve tracks that I needed to finish up my Helix, and it looks really great now. And I had to move a couple signals around because the track was not in the same place as it was before, but it really came out good. And that CSX engine there is what I've been testing, and it runs nice and smooth all the way up and down, and it runs nice and smooth all the way up and down on both lines there. So that was the whole goal. Now trains can come in and go up either way, it doesn't matter. And the big thing is I didn't like the flex track. The other thing was I didn't like this. This is a flat washer and a screw, and that's what I was holding the track down with. And to say the least, it was ugly looking, and I didn't like it. I tried to paint them brown, and I didn't care for that either. So I just said, that's the end of this. I'm not gonna. That's why I decided to rip it all out and redo it. Now it looks nice. You can't even see the spikes that are holding it in place, and it looks more natural than with those screws there. So I just wanted to show you the screw that I used to have in there. And what was happening with the screw is that this goes between 2 ties, and the track had a tendency to slide from side to side, and sometimes the screw would be right up against the rail or close to it at least, So I said, that's the end of that. I'm not dealing with that no more, and got rid of all those screws. So all the track now is tacked down and in place, and the engines run up it. And I'm just waiting for a couple of engines to come. This Pennsylvania engine here is a new one that I just got, but my original one was out for repair. I had to send it back to Atherton, and it's going to be here Monday or Tuesday. It went to Colorado, and they found that the wire for the truck melted, and that was causing the shorts, so they replaced that, fixed that up, and they said everything looks good now, and they're sending it back. So once I get that one, I'm going to consist these 2 engines, because the one engine couldn't take the train up the Helix, and it's only 2, 4, 6, 7 cars, but they're all weighted, so that makes it a heavy load. So 2 engines should be able to pull that up. These bigger engines, they go and they take the load up. That has a lot more cars on it, that Lehigh Valley train, and all the cars there are weighted, but that seemed to work. And the other engine I got coming is to replace the engine that this was pulling this CXX train. That's a GP40 coming, and the one I had kept on hesitating, so I'm playing around with that, seeing if I can get that to stop hesitating. I cleaned the wheels a million times, I cleaned the track a million times, and it still hesitates. No matter where on the layout I place it, it runs and then it hesitates. So somebody said something about the contacts on the wheels. The contacts might be dirty or something, And then the guy at Train World today said get WD-40, the special contact spray, not the regular stuff, and spray that in there. That way you don't have to take the wheels off. So we'll see. And nobody had it in stock, so I have to go look for it and get a can of that and see what that does. And I got a couple other little details I got to do here, and see what happens. But I'm off for vacation now until the next year, so I'll have a lot of time to play around and get some things going and paint and get my painting going and paint some buildings that I wanted to paint, and get a new building, the diner. I need to get that painted, but I'm waiting for the chrome paint to come, and that won't be here until later on, and stuff like that. So we're just doing some details, and I used some flex paste here to fill in the holes that were there from when I cut out the little hill that was there to put that road in. So now I got a good solid base here, and I can just put some landscaping material on that and take care of that. We'll see how everything will get all taken care of a little bit at a time. I think the next project I'm going to do is I'm looking at those Miller Technology neon billboard signs and window signs. I'm going to maybe get some for these stores and put them in the window and see how they go, and we'll see what happens. And it's a neat little system I saw. So I think Tom's Trains and Things guy, he got one, the Mr. Peanuts one, and I saw the one I like, the York Patty one. That's the one I'm going to get put on one of the buildings. I don't know what building I'm going to put it on yet, but we'll see what happens. And maybe some more animated signs or something. So that's it. So everybody have a great Christmas, and I'll probably be posting some videos this week on other things that I'm getting done. But that's it for today. Just remember, the first video gets cut off, and then I continued it on here explaining my Woodland Scenics power line system and the substation. I don't know if I want to get a red light and put on top of there. I'm thinking about doing that. A blinking red light, just for show that it's there. We'll see. I got all these Woodland Scenics lights. So just plug system. So again, this is Tom, and I hope you all are safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.